I going to get it made? What machines am I going to make it on?
Yep.
What material? What's the raw material size? What cutting tools do I need to make a specific feature?
Yeah.
All the way down. But the key is, and this is where I think the industry really struggles, as you move further and further away from that origin point, so the designer is sitting at SpaceX or the designer is sitting at Boeing, as you move further down the supply chain, the information gets more fragmented and more analog.
It loses fidelity as it goes.
Nowadays you've got people designing in AR, VR, they're looking at the part. The level of computers that are being used to design these components, you can design almost any complexity.
Oh, yeah.
But it's so far detached from the reality of what you can or should make.
That's right. Yeah, and you know, model-based definition is just increasingly gaining steam.
It is so not. I mean, geez, the standard came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that we're actually starting to make progress here.
Yeah, but it's a great, because when you can put all the GD&T and all the notes in there, and then I imagine you guys have a way to extract that.
Yep. So we actually just released that inside of our viewer. So now you can go in, you can load the files. Everyone in your shop can have access to the highest fidelity level file, and you can analyze and interact with all that information. I think where we're seeing it the most is aerospace today.
That's where I see it.
I'm hoping that as that playing field becomes level, because it's kind of a chicken and an egg problem.
Yeah, the shops need to be able to have the capability to view it, understand it, instead of it getting exported out to STEP and then losing that.
That's exactly right. And so what do? We default to the lowest common file format, which is a PDF.
Right.
Everybody in the world can open a PDF, including a court. Right? So you got the courtroom and they can open the PDF. So if you're debating over delivery, there's some problem, it's a contractually binding document.
Yeah.
The model-based definitions need to replace that.
They do.
Because it needs to be a computer-readable format.
Yeah.
But you guys have been talking about this for decades.
Long time. Hey, as you talked about integrations, right? What are some other partners that you're integrating with?
Oh, it's a great question. So we work with, I think, 17 different ERP systems today.
Okay.
So it's really critical. Paperless Parts sits in the front office. So we are a CRM, quoting solution, estimating. We've got intelligent pricing engines. And then when you win your order, you'll facilitate that order in Paperless Parts and we'll feed it into your ERP system.
Oh, fantastic.
So the idea here is, I think one of my favorite conversations with shop owners is, what's your win rate? And how do you know what that win rate is?
Sure.
And what's your win rate by material? What's your win rate by operation? What's your win rate by part complexity? We can go really, really deep on the analytics.
That's so important. That way you spend your time, your effort, your marketing dollars, whatever you're doing, on the right customers, the right leads, and not just whatever comes over the transom.
Well, that's exactly right. And winning in quoting is all about triage. So this is a topic we talk to a lot of our customers with. If you get 10 RFQs today, where do you start?
Yeah.
Most people run it FIFO, right? First in, first out.
That's right.
So you get a really big quote package and you open that, you're going to quote 200 line items. What about the 8 others that are sitting in your inbox that are one line item?
Yeah.
And you're going to go lose that work because now 2 days later when you pick your head up, start quoting those, those jobs have already been awarded.
And those could have been the ones one of the things I have found in my business and in my prior businesses, the fastest quote often wins.
And that's where it's really challenging. I think one thing I can say about the industry is there's just so many really good people.
Yeah.
And they conflate this idea of being a good person with making money.
Yeah.
So they think they're bad people if they make money. And so they want to do soup to nuts costing on it. They want to say, okay, well, let's figure out exactly what it's going to cost so I don't overcharge the customer.
Yeah, it's true.
And you know what?
It's a mentality. Because it's good people not wanting to take advantage.
That's exactly right. They want to be good partners.
Yeah.
When in reality, the value is actually in the speed.
Yeah.
So how do you quantify the value of time?
Right.
If I'm on an aircraft carrier and the aircraft carrier is stuck in port with 5,000 people on it, a part is worth a lot.
Sure.
Not just the cost of the metal is trivial.
Yeah.
Same thing's true. Production lines go down. I mean, you read about what GM's production line goes down. It's $1 million a minute.
Yeah.
So what's a CNC part worth?
Exactly.
It can be really, really valuable.
Value-based pricing instead of time and materials pricing.
And that's the thing that I try to convince our customers of, because, and I use this analogy with a lot of our folks, it's, you would never walk into a UPS store and ask someone to ship a part overnight at the price of ground. You just wouldn't do that. they've established that time equals money.
You expect to pay for speed.
So what I try to coach all of our customers on is always offer different lead times with prices.
Yeah.
No matter what. They're like, well, what if I can't make the parts faster? It's like, all right, we'll make them slower.
Yeah.
Go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But always
People love options. People love
it.
options.
And as buyers get younger and younger, what we're seeing from them is they don't want to go back and forth.
Yeah.
So they send you an RFQ, you send them a quote. If the guy down the street is a week earlier, even if the price is higher, they're not going to call you.
No.
They don't want to talk to you on the phone.
No, exactly.
They don't want to go back and forth. Now they're instead of 200 part numbers, they're managing 2,000.
Yeah.
So they're like, forget it. I got to get these orders
Just move
on
on.
order.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I remember visiting a customer one time, and we were talking about the value of speed. And we had quoted something to him, and we were a few days later than someone else, and he told me he had already accepted it and awarded it. And I asked him, could you mind sharing the price? And he did. And I think for that particular part, it was like $1,500 more than what we were charging. And I was like, well, we could have saved you $1,500. He said, no, I saved 2 days.
Yeah.
What's that worth? It was like, wow, what an eye-opening moment.
You end up with an engineering team that's sitting there waiting for something. That team is really expensive.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I've seen there's a spectrum from total heuristic-based swag quoting all the way over to activity-based costing. And what's really interesting to watch in our customers is we have customers today that they'll look at it and they'll do 5 times the price of the aluminum,
Wow.
6 times, 7 times, 8 times, based on what they're seeing in the print.
Yeah.
And that is really fast quoting.
Yeah.
Now, is it accurate? And this is a question. I drive to shops that are like, well, I want to be accurate. Define accurate.
Yeah.
Is it accurate costing? Because from my perspective, accurate is the price the customer's willing to pay for the service you're providing.
Value-based pricing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Value, value, value.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, we could do something for the metal finishing industry. We're all struggling with metal finishers these days.
You know, here's the thing. We talked about this. As you get further and further away from the point of origin on the design, the fidelity gets lower and lower. So one of the things I always talk to our shops about is I say, hey guys, send them a model. What does a metal finisher need? They need the overall dimensions. Will it fit in my tank? They need to know if they can rack it. So does it have through holes? They need to know what the surface area is.
Yeah.
And watching some of them waste time trying to figure out the surface area on a redacted print.
Yeah.
And then they need to understand the displacement volume.
Yeah.
All of those things are so easily called out in a model.
It is.
And
it is. Especially you can highlight the faces. These are the ones that need to be masked, et cetera.
Yeah.
Just make it easy for the fit. So speaking, one of the things once you win the job, or even as you're pricing it, cutting tools and consumables are huge. So are you guys helping there?
We're trying to. So I think from my approach, the goal is to put as much information as possible, as quickly as possible, in the hands of a skilled estimator. And we want to give that person access to all the resources that maybe they were breaking out and sending a random email for, they were having a random phone call, they were calling their cutting tool specialist, and they were saying, hey, they're trying to describe over the phone the feature they're trying to make.
Sure.
Now, if that's a really complicated feature, you can end up in a position where you either get a bad recommendation or you have to wait for someone to come out and visit you in person. So what we said is when all parties, from the design all the way down to the end of the supply chain, when they're all reading off the same sheet of music, you get such a better outcome.
Yeah.
So one of the companies that we've been doing some work with is MSC Industrial Supply. They have an amazing group of metalworking specialists. And one of the things that they've done is they built an application, a tool, right inside of our part viewer.
Wow.
Now, this doesn't give them access to any of our customers' data unless the customer has a question. Now, the customer, what they can do is they can securely share the files with the specialist at MSC, and they can get recommendations for cutting tools. And it is amazing.
That's amazing to have that tech team backing you, because they've got a great bench of metalworking specialists that can save you a lot of time on figuring out what cutter to use.
Well, yeah, and I think the goal there is really, rather than guessing, you don't have to guess. Just ask a question. You're putting the resources. I think one of the things that I've found with estimating in general, Estimators are like air traffic controllers. You're trying to land planes. You're trying to figure out the material pricing. You're trying to get the finishing pricing in, trying to understand if there are special tools required. You're going out to the shop floor. You're figuring out setups and machine times.
Yeah.
And being an air traffic controller, that's like a project manager.
It is.
So the more we can feed right into the system to make that job easier, we reduce risk.
Yep.
And the goal is helping you not miss.
Yeah.
Because when you miss, you underquote. And when you underquote, you always win.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna win.
you disproportionately lose money on the jobs you underquote.
Exactly.
So we're doing that. We've got several partnerships that we're going to be rolling out over the rest of the year with trying to feed information right into paperless parts so you can get access to all the inputs you need for every job.
That's fantastic. I know a few of your customers. I talk to them like, how's this going? They're all evangelists for you. So your implementation, you're creating value there, obviously. So as you think about the future roadmap, what can you share?
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to go further and further with, so our core technology is based off of three things. It's extraction. So everything that we can pull out of a 3D model, out of a model-based definition file, off of a PDF. So we extract. Then we define. So we go in and we actually define what we're seeing.
Yeah.
This is a hole, this is a pocket, this is going to be faced, this is a bend, this is a fastener, everything that we can define. And then what we do is we've built this organization layer where every single shop is different, right? You've been in thousands of shops.
Yeah.
They're all different and they all think about running their business differently.
Right.
So what we want to do is we want to give them really flexible automation and the ability to use everything that we've extracted and defined in their pricing formulas and in their automation. So our goal in terms of advancing paperless parts is always to be able to extract more, define it better, and make it accessible so that you can build paperless parts around your business. Because I think there's a lot of software solutions today that come to you and they say, change your business to work with my tool.
Sure.
You know, and I think it's a tall order when you're talking about a business that's been running the same way for decades.
Yes, it's not going to work. People aren't going to adopt a solution if they have to change their business to adopt to the solution. So you visit tons of shops. What's the sentiment you're hearing out in the job shop market right now?
Things are on fire right now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Our shops are packed.
Yeah.
Our customers, it now is a great time to be in American manufacturing.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Like for people that I talk to and from my shop, if you show up, if you answer the phone, if you return your quote, if you execute, there's all the business that you want right now.
And that's the thing. I think, so being a buyer, an industrial buyer, the job has changed. It used to be blood from a stone, lower the prices as much as physically possible.
Yeah.
Now it's manage risk.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of buyers and a lot of companies have learned the cost, the true cost of not having the parts when and where you need them.
Yeah.
They get to feel it through COVID. So let's change the math.
It really has.
I'm willing to pay an extra $1 a part to have it made here, knowing that it's not going to be stuck on a ship waiting to come in from somewhere else.
Right.
And that's a really interesting dynamic shift.
Yeah.
So I look at our customers and I say, guys, do business well. So whether you use paperless parts or not, send it the second you get an email for an RFQ, reply.
Yeah.
We received your email. Don't be that black hole.
Yeah, we say I will respond within 24 hours with
Is
a
that
quote
fast
or whatever
enough?
it is. Yeah, exactly.
No,
And
let the customer tell
let 'em-
you,
let 'em
hey,
tell
we
you.
need it today. All right,
Excellent.
well, I'll get it to you today.
Awesome.
Building that relationship.
Tremendous.
One of the core.
So we got to wrap it up here.
Yeah, I'll talk.
Man, we could go on for a long time. Jay, it's been so fun, and it's been such a thrill watching you build paperless parts. I remember when it was an idea, what you've done, and I'm so proud of you and the team, and just can't wait to watch you guys continue to digitalize the industry and help so many shops get themselves in a position to scale and even for owners to exit at some point in the future. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right. Good.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, I hope.
Mitch Free with the Creators Lounge and Jason Ray. And now, on the Creators Lounge, enjoy a little Chicago trivia.
Let's go boom. Let's go boom. Boom. Let's go boom. Let's go boom.
Good afternoon, everyone. We hope that you are having a blast meeting our influencers, learning more about the stories behind the tech at the IMTS 2022 fantastic celebration of innovation. So, hey, everybody. Hey. I was out walking the floor and I met a very interesting man. He's actually pioneered a brand new kind of tech, and I brought him in here to interview him. Victor Serberchevker. Hi, Victor. Come on in. Victor, have a seat.
What is it? I go to get
So, yes, no, you can just have a seat. There. It's chimicha. There's our chimicha. Camera? Chimicha? Yes, that's camera 2, and that's going to be your front camera. No, you don't need to be. No, you don't need to be afraid of the camera. We actually have really great lighting. Okay, so I did forget to mention. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, Victor, remind me. Oh, there's water right behind you. Victor, can you remind everyone what country are you from? So, Victor is from the northeast quadrant of Gruti. It's actually an African country. Yep. And so, I really hope you wore a mask on the plane. Oh, you did. Always, yeah. Can. Ha. Great. So, Victor, would you please tell the people what did you just innovate? What product? Yeah. Yes, it's the oscillating mic stand. Oscillate, rise. Wow. No, you don't need to be modest. Well, I mean, you've invented so many great things. So, Grokti is a shoes-off country. They believe in being grounded to the earth. Yes. So, yeah, no, that one is good. Yeah. He's saying hello to his home country. Yeah. I know. I got you a coffee because I thought you might be tired. So tell me, are you okay? Eagle means I'm good, is the translation. So, what's next for you? Yeah. You're going to go to Giordano's. Yes. I recommend the stuffed pizza. Yeah. No, it's okay. You're excused. Excuse you. Yeah. Oh, you're going to go on the architecture tour? I recommend going at night. The Chicago Architecture Boat Tour at night. And then it takes you down the river. Yeah, it's like peekaboo with architecture. Are you going to walk the floor? What is your... It's okay. Again, there's water right behind you, Victor. Mr. Wait, my main question, how do I... Am I pronouncing your last name correctly? Sobachevsky? Sobachevsky? Ah, Victor Sobachevsky. Oh, I get the coughing and the sneezing. It's part. Wow, look at us learning at the International Manufacturing Show itself. So, Victor, what's the standard greeting in your country? When you see people, what do you say? So, we see your friends out there, what do you say?
Zimmerloff.
Blessings.
Zimmerloff.
Blessings.
Yes.
Are you enjoying... Yeah? Oh, too loud. Maybe you should get some earplugs. Yes, so I'm so sorry. We need to get back to your invention of the oscillating microphone. I'm so sorry. I got distracted. So how is it powered? Is it battery powered? Is it solar powered? And also, does it? So, say for example, I have the microphone stand, and if I'm done talking, like, how does it actually work? So this, up, and then down. Oh. I don't know. Oh, Victor's hitting on me. No. Oh my God. Victor, if you want to take me out for a cocktail after the show's over, that's fine. I'm a gin and tonic gal. But you got to walk the floor first. Okay, you want to go? Okay. Oh, thank you. Wait, hold on. Can we? Okay. Your shoes? Are you gonna come? Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Victor. Yeah, push the door. You never know what's going to happen here. What a treat to have that international manufacturing guru. Oh, we are all creators. # we are all creators.